Hi, it's Pete again. It's time for the big reveal. Okay, my business is Enagic. Enagic is a Japanese company, global company. I'll tell you more about that. And what we deal with is three healths. We provide you with three healths. And I want to talk today about physical health and financial health. But basically, if you achieve both of those, then life changes for the better. So let me talk about the problems that we're going to deal with today. Most of the world is sick, right? So the Western world, the world that we know, is suffering from an increase in lifestyle disease like diabetes 2, gout, etc. And basically we're overfed and undernourished. So we're feeding on stuff that we buy in the supermarket, which doesn't give us the goodness that we probably did when we lived a few years ago, my time in the 1940s, 50s and 60s, when we didn't have all of this convenience food. So we're building up a backlog of lifestyle diseases. And although the Western world, we're getting older, we're not necessarily getting healthier. So we're being kept alive with drugs and what have you. And that's my personal experience from my family. But also we're struggling financially as well. So 95% of the population is just about managing, just about surviving financially. And so we're not getting a great reward, but we're working 8 to 12-hour days for that. And then that means we don't get any social life or rest because we're recovering from the work, ready to get to the next day. We take the problems of work with us home, and life's not great. Why can I say that? It's because that was what my life was like. I was struggling with diverticular disease of the bowel. I was in great pain all of the time, and it wasn't until this product came along did my pain get relieved. Okay, so that was the physical health benefit for me. But also, I'm benefited financially. When I committed all into this business in 2013, it changed my life completely. It's given me an income every month from people making sales and bringing new team members in from all over the world, and I no longer need to worry about money coming in to keep me in a deal of comfort, and that's what I want for you. So we're going to talk about both of those problems today. Let's look at the health problem. 95% of causes of preventable disease are caused by a chronic dehydration, an acidosis and inflammation. We'll briefly go over each one for you. So dehydration, 90% of people are chronically dehydrated. Our bodies are made of water, 73% of water. Your brain and your blood particularly need water. Your brain's not going to function if it's not hydrated properly. So that means that you get symptoms like fatigue, migraines, clouded thoughts, muscle cramps, infrequent urination and many more. So 90% of people have never really felt properly hydrated. And just check what these books are saying. This is the first book here, Change Your Water, Change Your Life, by Dr. David Carpenter, talks about hydration and the best way to get hydrated. This book here, Killing Cancer Not People, is written by the American Anti-Cancer Institute, Robert Wright. And in chapter 6 of this book, they talk about the benefits of hydration with the type of product that I'm talking about. And they recommend our company. The Enzyme Factor, written by Hiromi Shinya. I'll talk about him a little longer, but you can go and do your research on these people to see if you believe them. But they're talking about you need good water. You need hydration by water. Now, you need hydration because you lose 2 litres of water every day. Half a litre from breathing, half a litre from perspiring, and a litre from urinating and bowel movement. So when you go to the loo, the toilet, you're losing water. So that's what causes condensation in a home. We're breathing it out. So what you're drinking to replace the water that you're losing? Well, most people are drinking bottled water, tap water. Actually, most people are drinking coffee, tea, wine, beer and soda to hydrate. And that challenges the organs to turn them into something the organs can use. And I'm going to talk about bottled water and tap water in a little while. Our bodies should be 7.35 to 7.4 pH. So acidosis, when we're lower pH, our organs are lower pH than that, then we're in trouble. And the environment we were born in, the or before we were born in our mother's womb is very alkaline. So when we're born, we smell lovely, we're alkaline, right? So when you get old, you don't smell so great. It's because acidosis and it is happening through our old age. So our Western diets are not helping us to maintain our pH levels. I understand in the UK, the average of the UK is at least 1 point below the pH it needs to be, around the 6.4, 6.5 area. So that's what's causing these build-ups of problems like heartburn, acid reflux, skin problems, and joint inflammation, and many more. So we need to get our body into an alkaline state as well as hydrated. Inflammation is the body's attempt to self-protection, and if it becomes chronic and our internal environment can't flush it away, that causes all sorts of problems, and some of those problems you'd recognise, like rheumatoid arthritis. So the more inflammation that happens in our body, the more problems that we have in our body. So inflammation is there to protect us. We need to help our body to overcome those kind of things. So what can we do to provide a solution? Well, hydrating the body with the right product, many of these problems can be helped or reduced. So let's look at how we can hydrate better. So if we go away from soda drinks and all that kind of thing to beer and coffee and tea and drink water, what water are we going to drink? Well, 40% of bottled water comes from the tap, so it's like factory processed tap water. So I'll leave that to your imagination, but if it's reverse osmosis, it takes 3 litres of water to produce 1 litre of bottled water. So that's wasting. There's people all over the world need water, and we're throwing it away just to put it in a plastic bottle. And spring water is never just bottled straight from the spring. There needs to be a factory process, and all of it involves plastic. It takes 450 years for plastic to decompose. That's 25 generations. And already you've heard on the news all these sad problems that's caused by plastic in the ocean. I mean, I visit Thailand a lot, right? So when I go to Thailand, look at the beach, I see the plastic on the beach. It's not dropped by the people, it's coming in from the ocean. There's pristine environments in the Pacific and owned by Australia, I understand there's some, where these beautiful islands are having to take tons of plastic away, and it's all washed in by the currents from the ocean. It's being ingested by fish and animals in the sea, the whales washed up on the shore, not able to function internally because they've ingested so much plastic. And it costs a fortune to produce plastic. So since we've gone from glass bottles to plastic bottles, it's costing a fortune, and it's not being recycled. In fact, when we do recycle plastic, it usually ends up in landfill somewhere out of our country. So bottled water is not really a solution. Tap water, yes, it comes from a natural source, usually reservoirs, but it needs to be filtered and chemically treated to remove the bacteria, because you've got acid rain and all that kind of thing, fish swimming. You can imagine what's going on in the reservoirs. So that needs to be filtered, and it needs to be use chemicals to kill the bacteria, and those chemicals usually make the water acidic, so they have to add other chemicals to bring the pH to a level that they consider for you to drink. So there's all sorts of problems now about chlorine in water, fluoride in water. So it's not really the best thing to do is to drink your water. If you're washing your vegetables in tap water, your vegetables are taking in the chemicals, so you're actually eating the chemicals as well as drinking them. So there's no escape from that. So bottled water and municipal tap water is not a great solution for you. So there are places around the world which people call miracle waters, and there's maybe one where in the country you live, but the one I remember most about is Lourdes in France. And I know people attach a spiritual element to this, but these miracle waters have been tested by scientists, and they've found that they've got 3 common properties. Alkaline, a negative redox means they're antioxidants, they've got active hydrogen, and they're microclustered. Microclustering is a posh way of saying the water is reduced, it's smaller, it can hydrate your cells and get goodness in your cells and take badness out, so it can remove toxins from your cells. So that's where we come in. That's where Enagic came in, because Enagic produce water ionizers that can bring your tap water, purify it, and take it to a condition that you would have expected to drink many thousands of years ago. And it's called Kangen water. And Kangen in Japanese means return to origin. So Kangen is a trademark of our company, Enagic. We're a manufacturer. We're selling 16,000 units currently. This is 2017. And they're all produced in our factory in Osaka in Japan. And they're distributed around the world. They will change, our ionizers will change your tap water to a healthy, ionized water, duplicating and even improving the properties scientists found in miracle waters that they research at the touch of a button. And our method of marketing rewards home business owners for sharing this amazing technology within their communities. And I'm going to talk about that now. So, we're an original equipment manufacturer. All steps of the manufacturing process are performed in our Enagic factory in Osaka, Japan. We've done that we're a company over 40 years old. I've been to the factory twice actually in Osaka, and I can promise you it's just the best quality assured factory I've ever been to. We produce most of the parts, and all of the other parts that we don't produce are quality assured from partners. One person assembles all of those parts and tests it, then it's inspected, and once it's inspected to be working correctly, then a serial number is put on that water ionizer, and then we can identify who's responsible for it if ever anything goes wrong. They're fully guaranteed for 5 years. I've had my machine over 5 years. It works perfectly. They're designed to last 25 years plus. I've got a customer that's got one of these machines, and it was made in 1993, so I know they work. So it's very, very high quality product. It's the best product of its kind in the world, and I'm going to point to that to you now. Okay, so these are the awards that our company have been awarded. Now, I just want to point out a couple of things. We are the only company in the world whose water ionizers have received a gold seal certification from the Water Quality Association. So you can be assured that this is a not-for-profit organisation. You can be assured that we've got the very, very highest standards. We're also certified by the International Standards Organisation to manufacture as medical devices. So these machines that we're talking about, these ionizers that we're talking about, are medical devices. Also, we're approved by 6,500 doctors who are responsible for older people in Japan, and they recommend our ionizers, and they only recommend one ionizer company, and that's ours. Now, these are the other thing you need to remember is Japan has got the oldest living people in the world, male and female. So 1 in 6 homes in Japan has got a water ionizer, and we don't think that's a coincidence. So the highest quality, the only one in the world with an ISO as a medical device, the only one recommended by Japanese doctors, and the only one that's got this gold seal by the Water Quality Association. So how do the machines work? So basically the tabletop machines for your kitchen or utility room, wherever you want them, but mainly in the kitchen because you want to use them for kitchen use. So your tap water comes into the kitchen. We attach the machine easily attached to most taps, faucets, and then we filter out the chemicals from your tap water. So the municipal water is cleaned of chemicals, and you would use, we call that clean water, but it's basically filtered water, and you use that water for baby formula and medication. Why? Because our water would make that work fast. So you want that medication to work over the time the doctor's prescribed it. So after your medication, half an hour to an hour, you can drink the Kangen water before or after. But during the time you're having the medication, take it with the normal pH but clean water. And then the magic happens. And this is where the medical device element comes in, because it's about the quality of the ionizing plates. Now, you can get cheaper products on the market which are not this kind of standard. And if you mix metal with water and electricity, you know there's risks in there. So these are the highest quality plates you can get. So these are made of titanium, which is a very, very hard, expensive metal, which is ideal for ionization, but it's coated in platinum. Now, platinum is an inert metal. Now, that means that no way will any metal from these plates get into your water, so you're not going to suffer from metal poisoning or anything like that. So this is really crucial. But these plates, because they're solid, they also can assure you of the best quality water for the longest time. Now, so what happens then is the clean water, the filtered water, goes over the plates, the electricity goes through the plates, and that causes a reaction, and that creates 14 pH water, so double the pH of your normal filtered water, your normal tap water and bottled water. Now, you don't drink 14 pH water. What you would drink is 8.5, 9 and 9.5 Kangen water. You would use that for drinking and cooking. So this is what makes us different. So here I am, I'm just going to have a swig of my Kangen water. Drinking 2 to 3 litres of the water this day is very, very powerful for your internal health. But it also means you're cooking with good water, you're not adding chemicals into your food, you're not adding chemicals into your tea and your coffee, so you drink and cook with this water. But what happens to the other 4 or 5 pH? So that is the magic of Kangen water, because you get beauty water. And beauty water is this toner astringent that you can use as a spray to help your skin. It helps your hair, but I've not witnessed that. But it helps your skin. I've got people being helped with eczema and things with beauty water. But this can replace the expensive skin toner that ladies use after they've cleaned the makeup off the face. So this hydrates the skin, closes the pores and repairs the skin. It's great for things like acne and other skin problems. So you get beauty water as well as Kangen water when you click that Kangen water button. And I'm going to share a video with you after this to show you the products in action, which is amazing. So don't worry, but you will know all about the process of this water and how it can help you. So we also have the only company in the world to offer these kind of waters produced because we ionize mixing normal tap water with an electrolysis enhancer, which is basically liquid sea salt. So when we press the button for strong Kangen water, we get an 11 pH or higher, and that can act as a degreaser and detergent. And when I do this presentation live and I wash tomatoes with this water, people are amazed at how much junk comes off their tomatoes. And it's basically cleaning off the pesticides and herbicides that are attached to the water because they're the tomatoes, because they're oil based. This is amazing. So you can clean all the pesticides off your vegetables and your food before they're cooked. Cook it in Kangen water, 8.5 to 9.5, and you've got really, really nice food which cooks really quickly, keeps the taste, doesn't add chemicals to it. You can use strong Kangen for cleaning, degreasing. If you're anything like me, when I do a stir fry, I'm a bit messy, so this water can clean off the oil from the hob. But this is the benefit from doctors wanting us to provide strong acidic water. So this is really why we're a medical device, because we're the only company that can produce this disinfectant and sanitizer. So this strong acidic water is just, don't get scared by the name, it's just like a mild swimming pool water really, but this can disinfect and sanitize around your home. And this, you just go onto YouTube and key in Japanese doctors gangrene and Kangen water or something like that, you'll see how they use it. So basically doctors are saying drink lots of Kangen water 9.5 and then bathe in strong acidic water. And there is a, now when I say bathe injured limbs or whatever. There is one case where somebody was going to lose a toe from gangrene. They bathed in strong acidic water and the gangrene went away. Of course, they were taking lots of Kangen water in there. So this is, but this strong acidic water can be used as a disinfectant in your home. It can use as a mouthwash. It's great for wounds, that kind of thing. And all of this water is an aside from you buying the machines to drink the water. So all of this, beauty water, strong acidic water, strong Kangen water, is an added benefit of your internal health. And this will remove lots of plastic in your home. You don't need to recycle plastic. You don't have to have dangerous chemicals in your home. You can use this water for lots and lots of things, and that makes your home safer, but you're also ecologically more beneficial to the planet, if you like. Okay, so next he says, so there are 3 properties of this water. Remember when we talked about these miracle waters, what properties they had? Well, the Japanese, our company, have produced a water that can do the same. It can give you an antioxidant. Rather than oxidizing you and rusting you, this water is an anti-aging process, if you like. It's got an antioxidant power. It's alkaline, so it combats the acidosis build up in the body that is causing so much problem around the world. And it's because it's smaller water, it can actually enter the cells and hydrate the cells much better. It can help remove toxins from the cells because it truly gets into them, hydrates them, and it can take the goodness that you take into your body into your cells much better. So if you're having vitamins and green drinks and that kind of thing, that can enter into your cells a lot better with reduced water. It also is a super hydrator, and a lot of people, when they drink the water first, they get a reaction in the brain very quickly, so they might get a detox effect in the brain, and that's because the brain has never been hydrated before in many cases. So definitely a benefit there. And when you're in your 70th year like me, you need all the help you can get, right? Okay, so the antioxidation, we measure that with an oxidation reduction potential meter, which measures in millivolts. So this is the slide that I use when I do this presentation live, and I use a meter on various liquids to show people whether they're oxidants or antioxidants. So an oxidant, if you think about when you bite into an apple, you leave the apple to one side, you come back to it, it goes brown, it's oxidizing. The same with metal and water. They rust, right? So that's the same for us. If we're taking in oxidants into our body, it's aging us and rusting us. So these are measured in millivolts. So to give you an idea, sodas, tap water, sports drinks, bottled water, when I measure these, they're all oxidizing. Anything from 200 to 500 plus. So depending on where I go to test the tap water, get a different result, or where I go, even bottled water is inconsistent in measures, but they're all oxidizing us. And it's only when we get to good stuff that we get in the antioxidant. So vitamin C, there's a -50. So you don't want to drink lots and lots and lots and lots of orange juice because there's all that sugars and other things going in, but it's an antioxidant. Green tea is an antioxidant, good for you. You're best having it with Kangen water, because even if you're drinking green tea with your municipal water, you're still taking in the chemicals into the tea. But Japanese love green tea, longest living people in the world. Cod liver oil, great antioxidant, great for vitamin D deficiency in the summer, when you're in the winter when it's dark. Over here anyway in the UK, you need your cod liver oil to help your vitamin D deficiency. And then we've got Kangen water, which can be anything from -200 to -700, depending on the quality of the softness or hardness of your normal water and the power in the machine that you've got. But this is amazing, and it's just that you drink 2 or 3 litres of the water of this. Can you imagine how more beneficial it is from drinking sodas and tap water and bottled water? It's hugely beneficial. And what we find is an added benefit, because when people give up this and take this, they're also losing the effects of this, so they get a double whammy benefit on health, because they're persuaded to stop drinking all this stuff that's bad for us, drinking good stuff, so they get a benefit from drinking the good stuff, but they also get a benefit from stopping drinking this. I believe all these soda drinks, sugary drinks, they're poison basically, and they're really bad for us, and we should just stop drinking them and stop putting money into people's pocket who really haven't got any motivation to make us healthy at all. Just my opinion, right? So then there's pH. So anything that's over here is in 2.5, 4.5. Anything we do over here is going to cause us to be acidic. It's going to take us away from this healthy position of 2.3, 2.4. It's going to take us down here to the 6s. So we need to do lots more of this, eating and drinking products at 8.5 to 9.5, because that's massively going to benefit our pH. Now when I do this test, virtually most bottled water is neutral at best, and quite a lot of it. Sodas are always down here, 2.5 to 4.5. Sparkling water, because it's got CO2 gas for the carbonation, is acidic. Flavoured waters are just as acidic as sodas, so because it's got sugar in it, and sugar is the biggest problem that we've got. So do what you can to be here by drinking Kangen water, or basically if you want to do the equivalent of Kangen water, that's quite a few pounds of broccoli a day. So it's easier to drink Kangen water to get your alkalinity right. Okay, and then the next one is this reduced water. So basically when the molecules are reduced in the water, it can hydrate you and absorb into your cells much better, 80% as opposed to 20%. So this is massively beneficial, because the antioxidant, the alkalinity, is taken into the cells much better because the water is reduced. It can hydrate the cells much faster, so it's going to benefit your body and your organs very quickly, because most tap water or bottled water is half an hour to this, it's just terrible. It just doesn't hydrate the body as well as our water can. So I don't know about you, but I used to do a lot of running, and I used to drink water or liquids on my run, and I used to feel it bouncing up and down in my stomach. But now this water doesn't do that. It's into the cells even before it hits the stomach, so it's super hydrating, and it's great for recovery from exercise. So I've been told. Okay, so you don't want to believe just me, so I just want to introduce Dr. Shinya to you. He's a professor of surgery at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and the Beth Israel Medical Center in New York. So he knows his stuff, right? So he is the co-inventor of the colonoscopy and the inventor of the polypectomy. Now they've been available to the general public through hospitals all over the world because of his innovation. But what he found was, even as a very experienced medical doctor, he couldn't really cure people as well as he wanted to. So he did a lot of research, and he's come up with this diet, what he calls a diet for the future, which is the enzyme factor. And within that is basically an alkaline diet plus good water. So all the way through the book he says, this is a diet, you need to do this, you need to do that, and you need to add good water to that. And in the book he says the best water is Kangen water. Now I'm going to show you a picture of a colon being treated by Dr. Shinya. So if you've got a week, if you don't like watching the inside of a bowel, just give me a couple of minutes and I'll be out of here. But what I encourage you to do is go on YouTube and key in Dr. Shinya Kangen water and watch this on video, because it's very, very powerful. So he treats people with a colon problem with a better diet and Kangen water. And he says when you've got a healthy colon, then the rest of your body's going to be okay too. So what he says, that these pictures are before and after, usually 90 days, and this is of a person with high heart disease and high cholesterol, heart disease and high cholesterol. So you can see the stuff that's clinging to this bowel, the colour of the bowel, before and after. Now, if somebody's got a healthy bowel, then the rest of the body isn't going to be too shabby. And that's the reason why he's so passionate about this, is because he's getting good results from people with disease outside the bowel, because he's helping the bowel to become healthy. And this is somebody with breast cancer before and after. This is a 45-year-old lady with breast cancer and chronic constipation before and after. 90 days. It's amazing. So I know that's hard to look at, but I would urge you to go on YouTube and key in Dr. Hiromi Shinya Kangen water, it's a real eye-opener, and I know it will persuade you to start doing things a little bit differently with your health. But also, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Corinne Allen. Again, you can go on YouTube and you can key in Dr. Corinne Allen, Kangen water, or she's got a video on there called Your Brain on Water. And she started to introduce Kangen water into children with autism, and she's finding that their performance is much better because the antioxidants and hydration going into their body and their brain in particular is helping them improve. Now, I have got team members who have got children with autism who swear that the water is helping their children. Performance at school is a lot better, etc. But don't take my word for it. Go and see Corinne Allen on YouTube. Okay, so you won't be alone if you buy a Kangen water ionizer. These are some of the celebrities I'm told have got these ionizers. Now, you can be impressed or not. I understand Bill Gates has got, I think he bought 12 on his first purchase, and he's got more now. Athletes like Manny Pacquiao and Elvis Stocco, you know, all of these people are drinking Kangen water. Now, I've got some heroes in there, particularly Carlos Santana, but what I say to people really is don't be impressed by the celebrity, be impressed by the fact that they've actually bought their machines, not been given them, and what do rich people buy? You know, if you've got all the money in the world, you don't need to worry about money. What do you buy? Well, people buy the best, don't they? So what we're offering you is the best water ionizer on the planet, and that as a foundation for your business too. Which brings me on to how much the machines cost. What are they and what do they cost? Well, we've got a number of machines available to you, and the ones that I'm showing you now are the ones that I would recommend to you. So the Kangen 8, that's got 8 of those ionizing plates. So this is a new model. It's got 8 ionizing plates, fully computerized, guaranteed for 5 years. You can use it on any voltage anywhere in the world. So if you want the best, this is the best. So if you're in America on 110 volts, you can take it to Thailand on 220 volts. You just put a normal kettle lead into it and it'll work perfectly. So it's all computerized. It's got like smart technology, a bit like a smartphone. Speaks 8 languages, including Mandarin. So this is the state-of-the-art water ionizer in the world. So that's $4,980 plus tax. Or in Europe, it's 4,355 euros, including tax, because our tax is about 90% currently. America is a lot less than ours. So don't worry about the prices, though. I want you to stay with me because I'm going to show you how you can earn and recover your money. So the 2 most popular ionizers I sell are these. These are the SD501s. This one is the original one, and this one is in a platinum. So this platinum speaks 5 languages. This speaks American English. So these are perfectly fine. When I joined the company, this SD501 was the main model, the best model available to me. So I bought that. Since that, we've brought the platinum and the Kangen 8. This 501 works perfectly for me. I've had it nearly 6 years in September 2017. And it's never caused a problem. It's always given me really, really good water. So that, you know, you make your choice. But these are these have got 7 plates. This has got 8. The Kangen 8's got 8. These will produce gallons of water for your family for the rest of your life once you bought them. If you can't afford these, we've got the Junior 2, which has got 3 plates, and this is 2,000 euros and $2,380 US. The only difference with these is they've got 3 plates, same size, same quality. Guarantee for these is 3 years, not 5. It doesn't speak, but it's got a graphic a display here that you can see. It produces all of the waters we've talked about: the Kangen water, the beauty water, and the strong alkaline and acidic water. You would just run the water a little slower on these. With this 501, I just run the water through it just as fast as normal, and it produces me great water. With the Junior 2, you just want to run it a little slower. I've sold lots of all of these, so I can happily recommend all, but I always say choose the one that you can afford right now. Think about recovering that money through your business, and you won't regret it. If you get a Junior 2 in a few months' time, you know people with platinums, you might want one of those. So find a way to afford the one you can, but talk to me about financial options, because I know I can help you. We also have the Enespa, which is a spa system for your bathroom. That's a shower, and you can bathe with it. So depending on which setting you've got, you can use either or. Now that takes all of the chemicals, all that horrible chlorine stuff out of your water, and it also adds Okinawan minerals. It's just a great experience. And what I'm finding, a lot of people are not having the same skin problems that they had before when they're bathing in the Enespa. So it's very, very worth it. It's my favourite thing, the Enespa. I like to have a bath. Okay, so there's the cost. So let me talk about this golden key again. We're talking now about your financial health. So you've seen the product, you're being reassured. We've got a medical device manufactured by an established company and a great compensation plan. So let me talk about that for you. Have you been let down in the past by a company not meeting its promises to you? You're not going to be let down by Enagic. It's 42 years old. It's in 2017, it has its 43rd birthday. We've got a proven product, which is a medical device, and it's been used all over the world, and it works. You know, so you're not going to be let down by the company or the production process, because we own all of that. And there's a phenomenal income potential because our payment plan is patented. It's just amazing. I'm going to share that with you in a little while. The only investment you have to make with our business is buy one of these machines. That's it, period. There's no monthly auto ship, there's no membership fee, there's no renewal, and there's no inventory. So basically, when people want to buy, they fill an order form in, it's posted to the company, emailed to the company, and then they ship that product to that customer. Now, for example, in the UK, we haven't got an office. We're supplied by Germany. My customers get their product within 4 or 5 days. It's just great. And the company delivers the product. It's a DIY fitting. They can fit it themselves usually. No problem. So I just place the order and it's gone. We're not pressuring you to do stuff. It's up to you. There's no time limit. You've got global support. We've got offices all over the world to support you, and you can sponsor internationally. So it's a franchise in a box. You buy one Kangen machine, you've got a business forever. However active or inactive you are, you've always got the business. And we don't take away money qualification from you, because you're qualified on a cumulative scale. So it's not monthly targets, that kind of thing. Once you've got your machine, once you've got your position in the process of the business plan, you've always got that. So you can only improve, you can't go backwards. We have a number of income streams. I'm going to talk about today the direct sales commission and indirect sales commission, but we've got leadership bonuses that you can't imagine. And if I shared all of that with you, it'd just blow your head off. So I don't really want to talk about anything other than what's achievable for you right now. And then when we talk later on in our relationship about the leadership bonuses beyond a 6-8 agent process, you'll be really, really thrilled, because that is the element that's changed my life. But let's talk about the basics first. So I'm going to talk about this in US dollars, because people from different countries will look at this. I normally present this in UK and Europe in euros, but I can do this presentation for you in your currency if you live outside the States. And I'm going to base it on the sales of the SD501, not the K8 and not the Junior 2. So if you sell K8s, you get a lot more commission. If you sell Junior 2s, you'll get a little less. But being honest, 80% of my income comes from SD501 sales. So that's what I'm going to do for you. Okay? So you bear with me now. This is the exciting part for you, I guess. Okay, so when you sell your first SD501, you get 1 point out of 8 points of the commission in that machine. When you sell your second one, you get another point, and when you sell your third one, you get a promotion to double the commission. So the points are equal to $285. So when you're a 2A, when you sell a machine, you get $570. Now, when I looked at this, my friend who introduced me to this, he said, I said, how much is it, Raymond? My sponsor is a guy called Raymond from Singapore. He said, it's $4,000 to buy, and when you sell your first one, you get $285. And I said, that doesn't sound a lot, Raymond, for a $4,000 product. He said, but when they make sales, you get $285. When people you introduce on your 1A lane make sales, you make $285 from their sales and the sales of the people under them. So then it sort of builds up. Now, I've got one of my distributors in the UK has introduced 2 people who have made him over 100 sales on his 1A lane. So that's just amazing, right? So he's just made 2 sales, and then all of a sudden he's got over 100 times 285, and he's got more for the K8s that they've sold. So when you get 2A, your sales, personal sales from that point and their sales from that point give you double commission. So that's 2A is times 570 euros. So that's getting really big. So I've got somebody on my 2A lane that sold over 200 machines. That's cool, right? But then this is the beauty of the compensation plan. When all of these people and you make 10 group sales between you, your next personal sale, and you get promoted with this company by making personal sales, your next personal sale takes you to 3A, and from that point you're making 855 personal sales, and you're creating lanes of 3A, or they're creating lanes on your 3A leg, which is giving you multiples of $855. Now it decreases because we don't increase the price of the machine, so as it goes down, your organisation, it decreases, but believe me, you've made a lot of money by the time it gets down to 285 again. Then when you've made 10 more sales between you, so not another 20, just 10, your next personal sales takes you to 4A. Now I can give you an example here. When my wife started her business, we made 2 sales for her, and the second sale made over 40 sales. So my wife's next sale took her straight to 4A. And from that point, she's got a team on 60 sales who are multiplying by $1,140. So that's good, right? So that's, I mean, to me, when I went to 4A, I noticed a huge difference, and I've got big teams on my 4A legs now. So this makes a huge difference. But it goes further. When you make 30 group sales amongst you, when you make your next sale, you go to a 5A distributor, and from that point you're making $425 a personal sale, and it goes right down. Just imagine how many people that you can make sales to on a 5A lane, what a difference that would make. I'm going to give you a little exercise to show you the potential of that. And then when you make 50 more group sales, you come to 6A distributor, which is a top retail position in our company, and from that point you're making 1,710 dollars for the sale of an SD501. And then every sale you make is giving you $1,710, and that gives you multiple lanes on 6A. So when they duplicate, you benefit by these amounts. It's just staggering. And when I grasped this and went all in 2013, I went from 4A to 6A in 5 months because I was so excited by the income that was coming in, and I developed leadership within my group to take me to 6A, and since then I've never looked back. So from, I think it was March 2013 I was a 4A, September 2013 I was a 6A, and it was only then in March 2013 I really took it seriously. I promise you, you can do that a lot quicker than me, because I was really totally involved for 2 years. It took me 2 years to get it. So don't take 2 years to get it, do it straight away. Okay, so let me show you how you can recover your investment. So I want you to say, right, I've spent $4,000 on an SD501. How you've afforded to get that, we can get you there. So let's get you on a quick start program to get your first 3 sales. So when you make the first 2 sales, you've got 285, and the third sale you made 570. Now there's all sorts of people need this technology. So sick people or marketers, they all need this technology, either for physical health or financial health. Just share it, man, and it works. I sound all American there, but I'm not. I'm English. Right, so when you sell the first, you help them to sell 3 sales each, look at what happens to you. On those 2 1A lanes, you will always get 285, but on your 2A lane, you'll get 570 for their sales. And when you make your next sale, you made $855. So that gives you a total income of $5,415. So now you're in profit. You've made over $1,000 and you've paid for your machine. You're in profit. Now, how quickly will that be done? That's up to you. But how quickly that be? It took me, being honest, part-time, it took me 3 to 4 months. But after that, it's gone a lot quicker for me because I took it a little bit more seriously later on. But just think, if you did that over 3 months, it's still $1,000 a month, over $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. That's an amazing income, you know. A lot of people have got big downlines in network marketing businesses that don't earn that kind of money ever, you know, because they're paying auto ship, people fall off, they recruit people, people fall off, and the income's not consistent, and they need thousands of people to make the kind of money that we're making in Enagic with just a few hundred. So that's really, really good, I think. So let me show you how from there you can make a fabulous income. I just want to give you an idea of a 5A distributor, if I can. So if you're a 5A distributor, you've got 50 people in your team. So I want to use your imagination about how many of those 50 are active and how active you are. But say 10 of them made a sale. 10 of your 50 made a sale in a month. Now, obviously it's going to be 10 different people every month. And if that averaged at 2A commissions, so you've got 1A lanes, 2A lanes, 3A lanes, 4A lanes, 5A lane people in your group. So let's average it at 2A, and you get 10 sales a month from them. That's an income of $5,700. That's going to be about 3,000 euros, you know. And then you make 2 personal sales yourself because you've gone full-time or you're going really, really serious part-time. That's going to give you $2,850. So that gives you a total monthly income of $8,550. That's life-changing. And if you only did a third of that, it's like nearly $3,000 a month. If you split that in 6 months, it's still over $1,000 a month. This is huge income for effort that you place in your business. Now, this is beyond my experience when I was doing other internet network marketing businesses. So let me give you an idea of what you can earn as a 6A. So I would expect a 6A distributor, an active 6A distributor, to be earning at least 6 figures a year. Now we have got millionaires in Enagic already, and we're making millionaires all the time. So this is unlimited. So your potential income is only limited by you and your group. And I believe I've got ways to help you increase your business online and offline, but it's all going to be dependent on you. So to be successful with us, you just need to be excited. You need to want to share the opportunity and share the water, share the product experience. We'll help you build online and through social media. We'll also give you tips and clues on how to build offline too, if that's what you want to do. You just follow up the people that you've talked to, duplicate the process, and you can have a life that I've described, you know, a life of financial security at the very least, and freedom if that's you're going to work hard for it in the short term. But this is an unlimited opportunity, big ticket, big rewards. So this is me. It's changed my life. I've been to Japan a couple of times. I've done seminars in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Jakarta, Bangkok in Thailand. I've been to Milan in Italy, Chicago in America. I've been to conventions all over the world. It's just life-changing. This is me and the founder of the company, the CEO, Mr. Oshiro, me picking up the 3rd or 4th award that given this year actually in Okinawa in Japan. It's life-changing. I would encourage you to check it out seriously, get involved. So thanks very much for watching this, and hope to speak to you soon.